What's happening, people? Hope you guys are having a good day. Didn't do a video today. My day is now winding down. Put out a video with Jared Hurd and Gennady Golovkin, and I just showed you guys. I decided to show you guys why Golovkin don't have a better defense than Jared Hurd. I just wanted to show you guys that. So we're gonna talk some boxing topics. There's a lot of things that happen in boxing. I was kind of trying to keep track of different things, different topics that are current today, and also some old ones that some of you guys may find interesting. Some of you guys will not find interesting. Shout out to whoever's watching right now, because somebody just came in and started watching. So we're going to talk a little bit about boxing in many different ways and many different topics. We'll start off with the topic at hand: Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. That's a relevant topic now because that fight's coming up very, very soon. And there's banter between Sean Porter and Errol Spence about who, gonna get messed up. And, one guy coming reckless, the other guy talking about how, Errol Spence, he never faced somebody like me, and so on and so on and so on. And he underestimates my boxing skill and stuff like that. All right. What I'm gonna say is this fight favors Errol Spence, right? It's just what it is. Errol Spence can do a lot of things, and one of the things he can do very well is box. So it favors Errol Spence. But it's not going to be an easy fight. Errol Spence knows this. He'll try to make it look easy, but it's not going to be an easy fight. Right? But he clean on the inside when it comes to inside fighting. He's much better on the outside when it comes to outside fighting. He's good at mid-range as well. So that's why it favors him. However, Porter is quick, quite unpredictable, does have a different game plan for each opponent, tries to get to the awkward ends of the opponents that he's facing. Unlike the Kell Brook fight where he underestimated Kell Brook, he's not going to underestimate Errol Spence. However, I see Errol Spence talking as if he underestimates Sean Porter. I don't think he does. I think they train him to deal with him. But I think he's thinking of Sean Porter only as this rough and rugged guy who just kind of comes in and does his thing. But it's not quite that. That Porter's kind of gone. This Porter's a lot more crafty and wily. And you'll see what I'm talking about. But I think Errol Spence should be able to pull it off. Maybe even stop Porter. But that's a big maybe. Because Porter never been stopped. And Porter is a big dude. Shrunk down into welterweight. He ain't tall, but he's big. All right? That man used to be 200 pounds. And he used to play football. So he a big dude. And he's strong. Very strong. And his strength, his conditioning is incredible. And if Kell Brook couldn't put him down, Errol sure as hell not going to put him down. And he's talking about, Porter getting hit to the body would break him down. Psh, good luck on that. I hope Errol goes to his body. Just remember, there's also going to be return fire where he's going to try and go to Errol's body as well. But Porter's very strong, and he's building on his strength as well. So it's going to be a hell of a fight. He's not as predictable, and he's very quick. He's very fucking quick. So we'll see how it goes. Fatty McFly. Shout out to Fatty McFly. Shout out to Intangible Boxing. Shout out to you guys. Spence will beat Porter because all Spence is going to do is just jab, and Porter won't get on the inside. Huh. It's going to be a Floyd versus Pat Boring again. I don't think so. I just don't think so. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. Porter do a lot more than that. He do a lot more. Porter's more like a Marcus Maidana, but just a lot more streamlined. He's not Pacquiao. Pacquiao's too refined, quite frankly. Pacquiao follows the rules too much. Porter don't follow the rules all the time. Maidana, fucker, sure as hell don't follow the rules. And if the guy can box, you gotta find some way to get him, right? You gotta go get him somehow. Intangible Boxing says, so how should these fighters fight? Intangible Boxer says Errol Spence was supposedly underestimating Mikey Garcia. Good point. That's what I'm saying. So again, I never said that he underestimated, but I said he's talking like that. But I'm sure they're prepping for him. Like I said, I don't think he's underestimating Sean Porter. Fatty McFly said Porter need to come in with elbows, headbutts. Who cares? He gets death to the point. But he's not going to do that. He's not going to come in with elbows and head and stuff. He's not going to do that. But he gonna be, if he had to make it rough and rugged, he's gonna make it rough and rugged. Fatty McFly says Maidana should have beaten Floyd the first fight. That's what Porter need to do with Spence. I'm not quite sure I understand what you're saying, but he did make it a closer fight than people expected, Maidana. But I expected that. I knew Maidana was that kind of fighter. Errol Spence is an inside fighter, bro. What are you talking about? So, that don't mean shit. He inside fighter. That don't mean nothing. you're talking like if that's going to make Errol Spence have the advantage over Sean Porter. Fully. Not necessarily. I'll explain to you. So let me explain. So, Errol is clinical with his inside shots. No doubt about that. Catch and shoot. Does all those things. The thing that a lot of people are assuming is that Sean Porter is soft to the body. Right? But this man is as well conditioned as they come. Not only can he take headshots, but he also can take body shots. Even though we saw Keith Thurman land a really good body shot on him. No, it was a headshot, I think. And stunned his ass, right? It was a headshot. But he recovers rather fast. So, to say that Sean Porter is just going to be dusted by Errol Spence with a couple body shots or Errol Spence with his body attack. One, Sean Porter also goes to the body. Two, the other thing about it is Sean Porter is very fast. He go in and out real quick. And he mix it up. So he can fight on the inside and he can just dip in and out, in and out, in and out on you. Right? And the thing, a lot of people are saying, well, Sean Porter, he can't box Errol Spence on the outside. Well, he did it to Adrian Broner. He did it to the guy that he just recently beat, the Cuban dude. All right, he's been doing this all the time. Sean Porter is a guy who will counterattack you. That's what he does. He's not gonna try and catch you when you prepare for him. He's gonna catch you when you're not prepared for him. He's an ambush fighter. All right. So he did it to Danny Garcia. So I'm just saying, you're making it sound like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Errol Spence is gonna just tag his ass on the inside. It's not gonna be as easy as that. It's not. Porter's a totally different kind of fighter, which Errol Spence probably did his homework with. But we're going to find out how much the fight will favor him. If he can make it an easy night and stop Porter in 4 rounds or 8 rounds or 9 rounds, or if it's going to go the distance and it's going to be a close fight again. And you're going to have to say who you favor, which has been almost every Porter fight. That's just how it goes. Tangible boxing. Errol Spence is in it. Okay. Poopy says strong. Thurman cannot beat Crawford. What do you think? Of course Thurman could beat Crawford. Anybody can do anything. It's boxing. Anything's possible. But if you're saying, is it likely that Thurman will beat Crawford? I don't know. Styles make fights. I don't know. That's a good question. Coming off of the Pacquiao loss, I wouldn't put him in front of Crawford right now. That's what I'd say. Errol Spence has such a laid-back personality. Yeah, but when he's fighting, he's vicious. Mike Alvaro TV. Mike Alvaro knocks Spence out inside of 6 to 7 rounds. Yeah, if he goes in there with a sledgehammer, sure. And he better know how to use it. Maybe he should just go in there with a forklift or something. Yeah, sure. Or a gun. Sure. Shoot him dead. Yeah, sure. Fatty McFly. Porter going to circle the ring, wait for his chance, and fly in with forearms and elbows and hug Spence. I let the ref break it up. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think he got much more skill than that. Get the Smoke says, are you picking Porter? If you've listened to my video earlier on, I said that Spence should have the advantages for this fight. So I'm not picking Porter to win. Intangible button. What I mean is that Spence can enforce his size better than Floyd. You do understand Porter's a big dude. Porter came down in weight to welterweight. So he's naturally big. He's naturally a big dude. He just shrinks down in weight. It's like you take a pressurized can. You take all that air and you pressurize it. That's what Porter is. So he's very, very strong for his weight class. Again, you're talking about strength. We're talking here about strength. So if a fighter is very strong and well conditioned, you could throw how many fucking body shots you want. It don't mean shit. Especially if they're using their defense pretty well. It don't mean shit. So I really feel Errol's going to be tested by Porter for sure. Fatty McFly says it don't even matter if Spence win because no one will be picking Porter anyways. But I am Porter and I'm breaking Spence eye socket and face so he knows he's in a fight. I mean, Porter don't need to do that. And he probably won't. But he definitely will dog Spence at a certain point. If nothing else is working, he's going to dog his ass. He won't come at him. He's going to start making it a fight. He's going to try and make it more into a fight. I think they're underestimating Porter's boxing skill. A lot of people. I'm not saying Errol Spence does. But I say Porter. A lot of people are underestimating Porter's boxing skill. He does have some good boxing skill. Spence has better boxing skill, but he has good boxing skill. He's going to get Spence with his boxing, too. Chat about since Marcos Maidana and Sean Porter are similar. Spence and Porter are the same size. Floyd is a blown-up featherweight. This is true. And Maidana outweighed Floyd by 19 pounds. Porter fought at a high weight. Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big ass dude. He's a big dude. Shrunk down into welterweight. That's what you're dealing with. And that's what a lot of people don't get. They don't understand. Porter's actually bigger than Spence. He's not physically bigger than Spence, but he's a bigger guy than Spence. So that's why he's able to take the punches and recover so fast. Yeah. Fought at 168, correct. He a big, strong motherfucker. And they found a way for him to cut weight and maintain a certain weight and still retain his strength. Mike Alvarado is still undisputed leader. All the welterweights ducked him. It's an automatic win for Mike Alvarado. Okay. Oh my God. Man, I got some people in the chat section. Let me just give a shout out to each and every one of you guys. Never mind me cussing y'all and stuff. I'm just arguing the point. I don't actually mean it. Intangible Boxing. Get this smoke. Mike Alvarado, TBE, who brings a smile to her face. Fatty McFly, my dude. Y'all are good peoples, man. And Poopy Sistrong. Y'all came through. You guys really like boxing, man. Intangible Boxing said Deontay Wilder is ducking Mike Alvarado. Mike is actually oh God. Mike is actually lineal champ at 17 weight class. Oh my God. Oh man, I look forward to these moments. Get the Smoke says it's all love. Yes, man. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I just get very passionate and I talk all kinds of shit. But yeah, I'm just saying that. That fight is a good fight. It's a good ass fight. You know, I heard. I think it was Danny Garcia. He said it's a 50-50 fight. He said he gives a slight edge to Errol Spence as well. And who doesn't give the edge to Errol Spence? Who doesn't? I mean, look at the man's technique, man. You know, technique gonna trump out in the end somehow, some way. He may not get Porter out of there, but he will box his ass off. He'll find a way to, control Porter somewhat. He eventually, and somehow win that fight. Somehow, some way. And he's got confidence in his skills. I don't think he's going to stop Porter, honestly. Porter's a guy that's been shown to be not only durable, but he also shows to adapt and change up his style. The subtleties of boxing. You remember, he out-jabbed Adrian Broner. Shit, he outboxed Adrian Broner. And that's some, yeah, his training is ridiculous. Spence gave Mikey slurred speech to this day. Y'all still clowning Mikey, eh? He still got good defense though. Mikey has good defense. I don't hear no slurred speech, but y'all just be trash talking. I get it. He had good defense. That's why Spence couldn't get him out of there. And now I hear Spence changing his tune, talking about I'll box him. Early on, he was saying how he's disappointed he couldn't get him out of there. His trainer was trying to get Mikey out of there, trying to get people to stop the fight and all kinds of shit, because that's their motive, man down. How you gonna have a motive, man down, right? And then you don't want to put away this dude, and he couldn't put away Mikey, and he was never going to put away Mikey. You know why? He got defense. The problem Mikey had was getting his offense going. He had defense. Errol Spence wasn't stopping Mikey. I told y'all that. What I got wrong was I thought Mikey would be able to get to Errol Spence. He tried everything. He could not get to him. And he was circling him, and he was pivoting and all kinds of shit, but couldn't get to Errol. Errol showed that he could box, man. He changed levels. He could do everything better than Mikey, man. You gotta give him his props. But yeah, Sean Porter trains like a motherfucker. Yeah. Errol outboxed Mikey. He couldn't stop him. I knew you would. You can't stop that dude. It's hard to stop Mikey Garcia. He was picking off all the shots. Errol was throwing all the combinations. He was just picking off the shots. But because Errol established range, Mikey caught him with some counter punches. It was really good, though. Mike Alvarado is a super athlete. He dominated both boxing and and wrestling. You silly, man. You should have put in MMA, man. Didn't he beat Conor McGregor, too? In times of boxing, the lineal sanctioning body has told me they have secretly made Mike Alvarado franchise champion. Info from yours. You got the scoop, brother. Which sanctioning body? Oh, the lineal. Oh my God. That's funny as hell. The lineal sanctioning body. Oh my God. Y'all talk some crap, man. Y'all really funny. Yeah, shout out to Sin Amosia. Yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, so that was one of the news things, Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. That's hot in the news. Where's Tyson Fury's lineal championship belt? Somewhere wherever his other his other championship belts are, I guess. I don't know, man. He the lineal champion of the world. That's what ESPN said. I know the ring took away their belt. They ain't giving them back since. Okay, the WBC. The WBC will make Mike Alvarado belt in honor for King Mike Alvarado. Oh my God. So there's some other things in the news we got to talk about. Oh, there's all kinds of things actually, but I'm gonna talk about this. So I think it is Ryan Garcia, that we got a couple of updates on Ryan Garcia's situation, where Oscar De La Hoya had been saying that, Ryan, maybe it's his team that not fully coordinated as to what is going on. But Ryan then responded by saying, man, don't stop talking my stuff out in the open, man. Let's talk privately. You haven't contacted me yet. So hopefully that can be resolved out somehow, some way. Because I heard even Ryan Garcia talking about Actually talking about trying to get released from Golden Boy. That's bad for Golden Boy, especially. You know, Canelo doesn't seem to be very happy with what's going on either. So that's not cool. And Ryan Garcia can bring a lot to the table. And I think Oscar De La Hoya, I think he said how Ryan Garcia is not his best fighter. Oscar Valdez is. And I don't know why he's doing that to Ryan. Why he's going in on Ryan like that. It is what it is. You know, kid been fighting since he was 7, he said. So I don't understand why they doing that, but that's what they're doing. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Oscar De La Hoya spent all the money on potential Garcia fights on cocaine, pumps, and fishnets. Y'all calling Oscar now. Oscar, man, Oscar trying his best, but I mean, I think he's trying to defend people in Golden Boy because he needs to have a relationship with those people, and he's kind of leaving Ryan Garcia out there to dry. I think they're going to be vicious on Ryan very soon, you know, because Ryan sort of expressed his unhappiness with how the situation was going. And that was after Canelo made a statement about the unprofessionalism of Golden Boy. And, you know, Canelo was not happy. This is not the first time, though. Canelo was not happy that he dropped the ball on the IBF championship title. You know, and again, I've heard Oscar talking about how the Triple G Canelo fight is a guarantee. They're going to have that third fight. And I'm thinking, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? Canelo has been saying over and over that he doesn't want to face Triple G again. Oscar just keeps on going to loggerheads with him. You know, Canelo's openly expressed that. It's in the media. That he's not interested in a third fight with Triple G. He's just not. And for reasons unknown to me, Oscar keep on pushing that, you know. And so I don't understand. I don't know where that's going to go. But Golden Boy seems to be fucking up everything that they do these days. Like, they just are fucking up everything, you know. Even this fight with Canelo and Sergey Kovalev, I find is a kind of like a stupid move on their part. I know Canelo wanted that fight, but still, I think it's stupid. It's like the timing's just so off. Like, you would have thought that Canelo, because Canelo literally stated that he wanted to face, you know, get all the belts and stuff like that. Then he lost the belt that he shouldn't have lost. You know, the other belt, the WBC belt, you can't really say he lost that because he's supposedly the WBC franchise champion. So he's got all these added things to him. I don't like what the WBC did where Jamal Charlo just gets a belt. He fought for it, kind of, but not really, because he never really faced Canelo. So I don't really particularly like what Suleiman did. I thought it was just kind of lame. And of course, Charlo was his mandatory. Canelo's mandatory. Then the IBF mandatory, which was Derevyanchenko, who'd been waiting for 2 years or something like that, a year or so. Yeah. He was the mandatory. Golden Boy could have made it so that Canelo first faced somebody else. This wouldn't have even been an issue. And they dropped the ball on it again. They dropped the ball the first time at the WBC Lineal Championship that Canelo had won against Miguel Cotto. And now they dropped the ball again, this time with the IBF belt. So Canelo obviously is pissed about that. He mentioned Eric Gomez and how Eric Gomez was fucking up the situation. And Oscar decided to defend Eric Gomez because he has to work with Eric Gomez, obviously. Eric Gomez is his go-to guy now. And the thing that's sad about it is, you know, Triple G is going to fight for a belt. Maybe he wins it, maybe he doesn't. But at the end of the day, they're going to still be pressing for this Triple G Canelo fight instead of having Canelo versus Demetrius Andrade or Charlo, you know, or even Billy Joe Saunders up in 168. And I find that sad because he already fought Triple G twice. He already fought him. And To me, it's just a shame that Golden Boy once again has been dropping the ball. Ryan Garcia afterwards talked about his dissatisfaction with certain things. Golden Boy's dropping the ball. Now they actually targeting Ryan Garcia. They know they can't target Canelo. Canelo's like their cash cow. But they're kind of digging at Canelo by getting at Ryan Garcia in a way, I think. And I just don't think it's a sensible thing because Canelo be mentoring this kid. So, I just think it's a dumb move on their side. And hopefully they can make it patch it up with Ryan Garcia and Canelo. But if not, well, they're lost. Right? They're lost. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. Sim Amosia says, Mike Colorado is too strong. His body produces natural steroids. That's funny, man. Tangible Boxing says, Oscar De La Hoya spent all his money on... Yeah. Tangible Boxing says, Golden Boy has fallen off a cliff since Schaefer left. And Intangible Boxing says, very excited about Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor. So am I, man. I'm also excited for the co-main event, which will be Chisora versus Parker. I'm actually excited for that fight. I have Parker winning that fight. Chisora's been doing boxing better and better. Don't get me wrong, but I think Parker's much better than him. And I think Parker's actually better than Dillian White. But we didn't get that. We got Dillian White beating his ass. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. Chisora was crying about not headlining like anybody cares about him. He's a journeyman. He not well. I mean, is he really? He's been proving himself. He's been beating some good names. He's been doing some good stuff. I mean, I think he still could be up in the mix. A Joseph Parker, a Derek Chisora versus Usyk. Usyk be facing some weird ass name person again we know nothing about. I don't understand why these fights are happening, but they are happening. It's what it is, I guess. We got Michael Hunter out there. Also, those are good fights for him. So, yeah, I mean, okay, I can see how you could say Chisora is a journeyman, but at the end of the day, he's doing a pretty good job, though. He's still keeping himself in the prominence. He just recently beat, who did you recently beat? He beat a dude that was pretty good. I forgot what the kid's name is. I forgot who he beat. But he beat a dude that was just kind of out there, reputation and stuff. He doing good. Chisora's doing good, and he got his own promotional company and everything. The guy the UK most worshipped, Frank Bruno, was best known for getting knocked out into tomorrow by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, the dude that really leveled him over. Bruno was a good boxer. A little bit overhyped, but he was good. Again, I didn't say he was great. I said he was good. Usyk doing his GGG impersonation by facing a kickboxer. I mean, EJ Boxing Live, what's up, man? Whoa, EJ Boxing Live in the house. Wow, to what honor do I deserve this? Yeah, I'm saying, man, Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor, that would be a good ass fight. I got Prograis in that fight. I got Regis Prograis. Hey, man, I want to get on you guys' hangouts again. I ain't going to talk as much as I talk here, but I want to be, check you guys out and stuff. So we just talking some boxing news, folks. We just talking basically some current events. I have to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it. Not too flattered to talk about it, though. Mayweather and Pacquiao stuff. So Mayweather put out this announcement, and Pacquiao responded. Pacquiao said, man, official fight or no fight. And just like Akai TV, I totally agree with that. I don't understand why we want an exhibition fight. For what? What's the point? So I mean, if they're going to do it the real way. Let it go down in the record books, and that's basically it. You're gonna if you're gonna give Pacquiao a rematch, give him a real legitimate rematch. Josh Taylor's kind of like Kazaki. Okay, okay. Shout out to EJ Boxing Live. That's right, he's live out here, man. Good to see him. This is a man that really do boxing. You know, he really is into the boxing thing. With respect to let me talk about this as I'm here. You know, I was watching a couple of the videos with this Mayweather thing, so I'm gonna go on Mayweather for a minute. And I get what the fans are saying, though. I get what you fans are saying. Basically, the fans are saying this man never gave us the fights, well, at least certain fights, when we wanted to see the fights. I think that's the basic point, right? Not necessarily all the other stuff that goes around it. So, for example, Mayweather, Pacquiao should have happened in 2010. Should have happened in 2010. Didn't happen in 2010. And the fans was like, man, now you're going to give us in 2015? Now, there's a counterpoint to that, which is very basic. Yeah, well, why you buy it in 2015? Why everybody bought it in 2015? Why y'all crashed the stuff trying to get it in 2015? You know what I'm saying? So, if you would, if you wanted to see it in 2010, then why the fuck you buy it in 2015? Because you were still interested, right? So I get where people are coming from. You know, people talk about, man, he should have faced Mika Cotto earlier. Man, he should have faced Shane Mosley earlier. Man, he should have faced Oscar De La Hoya earlier. I get it. I get what you guys are saying. You know, this is what you as a fan would have wanted. Just like how I as a fan would love Canelo to face Demetrius Andrade. Now go up and face Sergey Kovalev. That don't mean that Canelo's ducking Demetrius Andrade. And I said this categorically. I can't say he's ducking him. I'm just saying he's right in front of his face, right? Even though I talk about, the Kovalev fight being a shit fight or being a gimme fight and stuff, let's be honestly true. The average fan, the casual fan, even some of y'all fans out here don't think that way, right? I think so because I'm just looking at what Canelo brings to the table and what Sergey Kovalev brings to the table, and I realize this is just not good. Kovalev said he's tailor-made for Canelo, in my opinion. All right? Just like how I didn't think Demetrius Andrade just outclassed his Senchenko, right? I didn't think so. But y'all thought so, right? Because I'm watching at it from a boxing perspective. Purely from a boxing perspective. I'm not looking at it from what the fucking commentators are saying. I don't even care what y'all say after the fight. I watched the fight. So what I saw was something totally different. Was it Senchenko? Did I say Senchenko? That's the wrong name. It was Solenki. Solenki, or whatever his name is. Right? Solenki's a damn good fighter, by the way. Got decent defense. But you guys thought that, Andre just ran through him. I didn't think so. So, my point is, anyway, that I could understand from a fan's perspective how you guys are so confused and be like, man, you should have faced these dudes, when it was sparking hot. Right? That makes sense. And a lot of y'all started building up theories around that. But I could always look at your theory and say, that's shit. That's a shit theory. Why? Because I could just point out that, for instance, the theory, he carefully crafted and planned and picked his opponents. No, he didn't. He didn't carefully plan and craft and pick his opponents. That Shane Mosley fight, he didn't plan on facing Shane Mosley. He planned on facing Pacquiao. And that fell through. So he had to face Shane Mosley. He had nobody else. Right? He didn't carefully plan and pick that. Right? He wanted to face Andre Berto. And Victor Ortiz beat Berto's ass. He did not carefully plan and pick that. He ended up fighting Victor Ortiz after he couldn't get to fight Manny Pacquiao because he was trying to get a Pacquiao fight again. All right? So when they say he carefully planned and picked his opponents, it makes no fucking sense to me. Right? Secondly, I'm just arguing it just because I'm going into the stupid thing. I don't really want to do it, but whatever. They say, oh, he fought the opponents when they were past their best. Yet these motherfuckers be either number 1 in the world in the division or number 2 in the world in the division, coming off their greatest win every single time, or one of their greatest wins. Shane Mosley was the number 1 welterweight in the world, coming off his Margarito win. You know what Shane Mosley said? When they asked him what did he think was the best win of his career, he said the Margarito fight. What? The Margarito fight. And he had great wins against Oscar De La Hoya. He said, yeah, people will say Oscar De La Hoya, they'll say the Ricardo Mayorga, they'll say, Fernando Vargas, but my greatest win, in my opinion, was the Margarito fight. That's what he said. So, Shane Mosley's old, but he's coming off, in his opinion, the greatest win of his career. What did I say? And he was the number 1 welterweight in the world. I don't understand, but it is what it is. And people can't see it like that. They think that, he planned these things and he crafted. No, man, motherfuckers don't have that kind of brilliance. Plus, who's to guarantee that these motherfuckers would stay undefeated until they faced each other? Pacquiao got his ass whooped twice. He got knocked out, all kinds of shit. If you try to leave a fight to marinate, you stand the risk of it being a nothing fight, which is what happened with Joshua and Wilder. You don't leave the shit to marinate. You try to have it as soon as you can. But the problem is that in boxing, one of these motherfuckers decides, no, I ain't gonna have it like that. You gotta have it on my terms. And that's what happens sometimes. Or sometimes a motherfucker just be running from another motherfucker. And when y'all think that Mayweather was running from Pacquiao, it was really Pacquiao running from Mayweather. Because Bob Arum was protecting his ass. And Bob Arum protecting his fighters. Did you see what recently Bob Arum said about Lomachenko versus Pacquiao? Bob Arum recently said Pacquiao too big for Lomachenko. Now, how the fuck that is possible? I listened to my boy Showbiz the Adult talk about that. And I thought he made a lot of sense. The last 2 opponents Lomachenko had on fight night weighed 150-something pounds. So how the fuck Manny Pacquiao is too big for Lomachenko? Weight-wise, he's not too big, and size-wise, he's not too big. Because guess what? Manny Pacquiao is shorter than Lomachenko. Got a shorter reach than Lomachenko. So what the fuck is Bob Arum, fuck-ass Bob Arum, talking about? Well, that's Bob Arum. He loved to protect his fighters, right? He'll talk all kinds of shit about other fighters that are not his fighters. But when it comes to his fighters, he gonna protect them. He gonna talk. He gonna spin it. And y'all motherfuckers gonna eat it up and actually echo his sentiments afterwards. He just be sit back laughing like y'all look at these dumb fucks. Anything I say, they gonna say it. Terrence Crawford right now ain't fought nobody. But if you put Kell Brook in front of him, oh, Kell Brook is washed. He's done. That's the stupidest ass thing I've ever heard. How could he be washed and done? He faced Errol the Truth Spence, who y'all said whooped Mikey Garcia's ass, knocked out just about everybody he has faced. But he done because he faced Errol Spence? Oh, no. He too big for 147. He's just too big. Yeah, he fight at catch weight at 152. He come in 152 for a 154 fight? Oh, he big. He's big 154, boy. Oh, he's too big for welterweight. You can't make welterweight. And Kell Brook be asking for the fight. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't want Terrence to face Kell Brook, just say that. Oh, we're just protecting him from Kell Brook because Kell Brook got the chocolate brownie, and early in the fight, he might knock out Terrence Crawford. Who knows? Just say that. You want to protect your fighter, go ahead and protect your fighter. You want him to be pound for pound number 1 in the world for no reason at welterweight fighting absolutely nobody. Going to fight a Gavaliauskas. Gavaliauskas apparently is better than Kell Brook because Kell Brook is done. I mean, how the fuck do we make sense of the shit that you fans say? Y'all talk so much shit. It just don't make no damn sense. You be thinking, Kell Brook faced Gennady Golovkin, Errol Spence Jr., and Sean Porter. But this motherfucker is worse off than Gavaliauskas, who wouldn't face nobody and who's going to get dusted by Terrence Crawford. And if you get dusted by Terrence Crawford, then Terrence Crawford ain't really all that. Right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, this motherfucker ain't facing nobody. But Floyd Mayweather, he craftily and skillfully, I mean, I'm going to get in your ass right now. He craftily and skillfully picked his opponents, but Bob the fuck ass Arum ain't picking fucking opponents like cherries? Get the fuck out of here. Tyson Fury faced 2 unknown fucking opponents, and this man calls himself a lineal champion of the world. And y'all give him a pass. Oh, nobody would have made it through the fight with that eye. How the fuck you got that eye busted up by nobody? I thought he was a defensive wizard. What the fuck happened to that? I mean, come on. But Kell Brook is a bad choice for Terrence Crawford because Crawford gonna dust him and then he's gonna go get the credit he deserves. But Gavaliauskas, now that's a good choice. Look at him, he's a top 10 guy, and man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Bob Arum be all up in y'all ass, and y'all just be talking and braying whatever he tell you to say, and he manipulates the WBA rankings after that. Y'all tripping, man. WBA in the back pocket. I'm just talking topics right now. Y'all can give me a topic to talk about. Mike Alvarado was right there for Mayweather in 2012, but he chose Cotto. He chose Cotto, and in 2014 he chose Maidana instead. Yeah, man, he ducked Mike Alvarado. I'm telling you, man. Intelligent Bucks says Antonio Margarito would have definitely outboxed Mayweather. Ah, absolutely. Absolutely. He'd have just come straight down the pike and just beat down Mayweather. Who he could dance how much he want. Antonio Margarito would have caught him. I'm saying. So would Paul Williams. Now, these Klansmen are saying Tyson Fury put on an entertaining fight, and that's what matters. Wilder is running. Oh, my God. Whew, it's so fucking hilarious, man. I mean, come on, man. You know, we all know Pacquiao would beat Lomachenko, right? I don't know who thinks that Pacquiao wouldn't beat Lomachenko. That's what we think. I mean, you just assess it and think about it. They do some of the similar things. It's just Pacquiao's quicker, he's faster, he got more power, right? Arum saying that Pacquiao's a bigger dude. I get what he's saying, really. He's saying he's coming from a higher weight class down. You know, he's 41 years old. He's gonna be 41 next year. Who would turn down a Pacquiao fight? Only someone. Think about this now. Someone who thinks they can't beat Pacquiao would turn down a Pacquiao fight. Pacquiao brings the dollars. Why would you not want to have a fight with Pacquiao? I'm just saying. Tyson Fury is simply a contender fighting bums. Even Haney is fighting better competition than him, and he's 20. This is true. And I actually believe that. And they are no-namers as well. But Devin Haney, he's on the come-up. He's not a world champion. If he's a world champion fighting no-namers, like how Gervonta Davis is doing, then we have a right to criticize his ass. Gervonta Davis fighting no-namers. You know what I'm saying? The one thing about me, right, I'm consistent. What the fuck has he done since Pedraza? Since Jose Pedraza, what the fuck has Gervonta Davis done? Nothing. He been fighting Bum of the Month Club. Let's be real. He doing a Joe Louis on us. Right? And he also shouldn't get away with it. Right? And don't tell me he's a young champion, but that's bullshit. Bullshit. Now, he did win back a title. All right? He did face Jesus Cuela. I mean, the dude was a featherweight, but nonetheless. He did face him. All right? That's a name. But that's about it. What has Gervonta Davis done for us since then? Let's be real. No, look, man. I talk always real. I ain't a fanboy like that. It's boxing, all right? Gervonta Davis ain't fought nobody. If he fights Yuriorkis Gamboa, then we got something, right? Devin Haney can fight nobodies because Devin Haney's on the come up. Besides that, he needed to get the interim title, so he faced Abdullah. I don't care that Abdullah is undefeated. I look at his record, I see, okay, Abdullah looked like he got some skills. I watched him, okay, he got some skills. Okay, cool. Then I watched this fight with Hank Lundy, and I say, okay, this boy can fight. All right, this boy can fight. Let's see what Devin Haney can bring to the table. All right? And then we saw David Haney wash the motherfucker, right? He washed him. He just washed him, right? And I said, okay, this motherfucker is for legit. He's showing Lomachenko, I'm ready for your ass. Let him have Lomachenko. No problem. Right? I ain't all these fucking excuses from Bob Arum. Oh, Devin Haney, they need to move him around slower. And I said, shut the fuck up, Bob Arum, because you know very well you don't want Lomachenko facing Devin Haney. If you had your way, you wouldn't let Lomachenko face Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, none of these motherfuckers. Right? And you know what's the funny thing about the whole thing? Bob Arum is more a guy that wants his fighters to be unbeaten or not get beaten more than Floyd Mayweather. So he projected what his feelings were about his fighters onto Floyd. And y'all never picked that up. That's how Bob Arum thinks. He can only always what comes out of a guy's mouth is what he thinks in his heart. And Bob Arum, if he had his way, would protect all his fighters. And if he could get all his fighters to be undefeated by fighting Kavaliaskis and Wallins and fucking Schwartzes of the world. You know, y'all went in on Danny Garcia facing Rod Salka. How come y'all ain't going in on Tyson Fury for Otto Wallin? I mean, Pianetta is a better opponent than all these fuckers that we just saw Tyson Fury fight. Okay? He's a better opponent. Pianetta at least faced near to championship stuff, you know? But I mean, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Right? I even heard, what's this kid's name? What's this dude's name? He's undefeated right now. Heavyweight dude. He was saying, why doesn't Tyson Fury face me? I think he's a mandatory for something. I don't know what he's a mandatory for, but I forgot what the guy's name is. He the guy that they said had the sexual harassment charge on the reporter. And it's not Helen Yee. Helen Yee interviewed him later on, though. I forgot what his name is. He funny as fuck. Pulev. Kubrat Pulev. Why isn't Tyson Fury facing a Kubrat Pulev? You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight. Yeah, there you go. Get the smoke. Petrazo, yeah. Pulev, yeah. That's right. Intangible. Pacquiao might be drained in a 140-pound fight with Loma. He has to turn into a 147-pounder. Maybe. But Pacquiao expressed interest in facing Lomachenko. If you have to even go down to 135 and face Lomachenko, why not? Then face him at 135. Then face him at 140. Who cares? Make the fight happen. Bob Arum be ducking and dodging, man. Be ducking and dodging. And like I said, on fight night, the guys who face Lomachenko come in at 150 something. 154, 153, 155. They come in at that weight. So what's the problem? Really, what's the problem? Because really, what counts is the actual fight weight that you actually come in on the fight night. It's not the weight that you weigh in the fight before, the night before. I mean, shit. Guys actually fight at totally different weights now. Like, for instance, we had Canelo versus Jacobs. We had, what was it? We have some guys that come in and they rehydrate. Well, you can't rehydrate, I think, more than There's a limit to how much you can rehydrate in any given weight class. I think it's 20 pounds past the limit. So if it's 147, I think you can't come in 167. So that's why Canelo and Maidana, they came in 165. There's a weight limit somewhere. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, I turned the shit off. I didn't remember. I had food cooking and forgot about the food. Yeah, so that's what's up, man. Oh, I got a lot of food here. Yeah, so there we go. Got more news for you guys, man. We got more news. I was watching the Andy Ruiz, man. I hate to say it, but because I do like Anthony Joshua, but I got Andy Ruiz beating Joshua again. But I do like Anthony Joshua. Hopefully Joshua could prove me wrong. I'll be happy if he does. I think Anthony Ruiz, he got Joshua's number. I think Andy Ruiz is a danger to almost everybody in the division now. I know Wilder hits like a freight train, but definitely sure he could avenge his loss. If Anthony Joshua beats Andy Ruiz, which I'll be glad if he proves me wrong, it would show that he can handle that particular difficult style that Ruiz brings to the table. But to do so, he'll have to protect his body better. Ruiz, just like most Mexican fighters, goes to the body really well. Yeah, I agree. If Ruiz gets to the inside of Wilder, even Wilder can infight a little bit, but and Wilder is strong, he'll wreak havoc. He'll wreak havoc. Same thing for Fury. If he gets to the inside of... That's why I thought that the Jarrell Miller fight with Anthony Joshua was going to be a good fight. A lot of people say, oh, Jarrell Miller, blah, 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 blah. Nope. Jarrell Miller can get to the inside as well. Good boxers. Jarrell Miller fucked up his opportunity by doping. That's too bad. Could have easily been him that won that fight. I don't think Wilder can win a ground-out fight with Ruiz. It depends. Joseph Parker showed us how to nullify Ruiz. But it's definitely be difficult for Wilder and Tyson Fury. They have to keep him on the end of the stick. Ruiz throws combinations really rapidly on the inside. really rapidly. Oh, brrr. He does remind me a little of Pacquiao. Quick feet, quick hands. Yeah, man. The thing about Ruiz is he can punch up. So he's a smaller guy, and he's still going. I mean, he's more advanced than Pacquiao in that he literally can infight. So, and he's quick. So he throw a whole bunch of combinations to the head, to the body, really rapidly. Ward Fraser. Fraser was good. Fraser had that left hook. That's what everybody remember him for. Leaping left hook. Fraser, man. That was his money punch. Come leaping in with that leaping left hook off. I think boxing just changed a bit. That's what's up. So what used to work back then doesn't work now. I think a lot of fighters actually, especially the elite ones, they keep their fundamentals pretty good. So it's hard to leap in with a left hook and catch them. Whereas fighters from before could do that. But guys now, they protect their body and head a lot better because they use the high guard. Ali didn't use the high guard at all. Actually, he did. Sorry, my bad. He'd use a high guard when he was against the ropes. But not when he's offensively. Or in the center of the ring. He didn't use it at all. He uses reflexes to snap back and shit like that. Roy Jones style. It looked more spectacular. Yeah, I agree with you. Ali was a warrior beyond belief, and that's what cost him. So he got sick in the end. He could barely talk. That's why I don't pay to take punches. An unnecessary punishment. I'm hoping Pacquiao don't end up like Ali. He took a lot of punishment from Keith Thurman. A lot. Yeah, true. Ali could take bombs. Ernie Schaefer was hitting him with bombs. And he took it. Especially later on in his career. He didn't fight as smart anymore. He started to be a gladiator and do a lot of gladiator shit. Mainly because his reflexes were slowing down. So he got caught more. And then on top of that, he had certain fundamental flaws. Yeah, he said, keep the phone booth here. Ali never used to keep the phone booth there. Parry. His hand would be way out here. Way out here so he can parry shit. And he throw him a straight dab up the center. Boom! Get knocked upside the head. Fundamentals, man. Because he didn't keep the phone booth here, left hooks. I mean, that's the Hercules heat for most orthodox boxers, but still. I mean, yeah, he loved to he would do these kinds of things. You know, Floyd Mayweather do it too. Pull counters. So Ali would he'd be right here, and he would feint you, stick his head out, and then you would throw a jab back at him, and then he would snap back out of the way of the jab and come over the top. Boom, boom, and I catch you with over the top. So, you know, love that shit. And good head movement. And good, you know, snap back, whoop, whoop, swivel, you know, swivel out the way of the jab and shit like that. So he always looked fantastic. You know, he was a real showman. Pernell Whitaker's the same kind of dude. They just get out of the way of punches. Look spectacular. How they move their body out the way. Like a snake. You know. Mayweather could do all that shit too, but he didn't like wasting energy. In a way, he and Vladimir Klitschko had something in common. They were very efficient. So if it's unnecessary, I ain't doing that shit. I'm gonna waste all my energy moving around excessively? Oh, hell no. You know, I had it down to the science, man. How do I think Ali would fare today against today's heavyweights? It'd be tough. One of the guys who kind of patterns after Ali's style right now, he just entered the heavyweight division. It's really a cruiserweight. Ooh. Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter. He has a style something like Muhammad Ali. He's also similar height to Muhammad Ali. So he's much more of a rip-off version, but pay attention to him and you see how good Ali would be able to fare against today's heavyweights. Yeah. Hunter got skills. His conditioning needs to improve though. But he's getting there. Don't underestimate Michael Hunter. He's going to do some good things. I don't think he'll ever become heavyweight champion of the world, but he's going to do some good stuff. Ali would beat Vladimir Klitschko, though. Nope. I don't think so. He's not an infighter. How's he going to get past Klitschko's jab? He's not an infighter. Ali mostly fought guys shorter than him, by the way. They take you for one or two guys that were longer than him. Nobody that tall. Nobody that big. Nobody that athletic. There's hardly anybody who used to get past Klitschko's jab. It took Tyson Fury, who was longer and taller than Klitschko, to beat him. Then Anthony Joshua beat him, but not before Klitschko got his hands on him. Klitschko put his ass down. Both Klitschko's. Vitali? Nah, Ali ain't beating Vitali Klitschko. Vitali was a beast. Vitali definitely would have knocked out Ali and knock his ass out. Vladimir, he got a better chance with Vladimir, not Vitali. Vitali was a beast. You forgot. Vitali was a beast. No, that's what I'm saying. Fury didn't have to get past Klitschko's jab. Ali would go weak side and pump the jab and overwhelm him. You see, the thing with Klitschko was he'd stiff arm your ass if you try to go weak side. Then he'd rope you in and grab your ass. And then he would push his whole weight down on you. Unless the referee starts penalizing his ass for that. I really can't see how Ali will get to the inside. Ali's not an inside fighter. Not even a mid-range fighter. He fight from the outside. That was his whole boxing game. He had no inside game. He tied you up on the inside. So, I just don't see how he beat Klitschko, seeing that Klitschko is the same kind of fighter. It'd be hard. That would be a tough fight for Ali. Deontay Wilder might knock his ass out too. Wilder would probably knock him out. What Ali would do though, he had nice head movement. So you stay on the outside and have Wilder throwing a whole set of shots and have Wilder missing. But then how's he going to actually counterpunch it? That's what he could have probably do with Klitschko. But again, Klitschko don't commit to nothing. Klitschko stay in perfect balance. He's not going to just, give his height and reach advantage away to you. More Deontay Wilder might do something like that than Klitschko. Y'all forgot what Klitschko was. Klitschko ain't no punk. Klitschko ain't no chump. I keep on trying to explain to people, Klitschko ain't no chump. I know a lot of people criticize Klitschko's resume, but that motherfucker had it down to a science what he was supposed to do in the ring to win. Very efficient fighter. Because when he wasn't efficient, he would he punched himself out. With Lamont Brewster, he punched his ass out. And Lamont Brewster finished him off. Remember, he's a big motherfucker. Now, Deontay Wilder is an exception to the rule. Tyson Fury, these guys got energy to go 12 rounds. Klitschko didn't have that kind of stamina and skill and stuff. He had to pace himself. He kept himself in mint condition. No, Klitschko was a bad motherfucker, man. I don't care what nobody say. And when it comes to the jab, he had one of the most educated jabs I've ever seen. Ali isn't like Povetkin. He's a bit more upright, so Klitschko would be able to climb on you. Klitschko and his climbing ass self, the hugger. And Klitschko would tire out Ali. Ali's a strong guy, and he would, do that nice little head movement thing on the outside, but Klitschko wouldn't bite the bait. He won't commit to going inside. So Ali would still have to come to Klitschko. Klitschko's top 10 of all time. Heavyweight? Yeah, probably top 15. Top 10. Yeah. Yeah. So he almost broke Joe Louis's record. Whether you want to call it Bum of the Month or not, he almost broke it. He was very dominant also in his career, so it is what it is. Klitschko's jab was phenomenal. Yeah, man, this man used to do all kinds of shit with the jab. He varied the speed of the jab. He varied the rhythm of the jab. The jab seemed to have its own life. It was its own snake. It was his own thing. He had the nuisance jab. He had the probing jab. I mean, he had all kinds of jab. He did all kinds of things with the jab, and that's how he kept guys on the outside. He had a stiff jab when he wanted to have a stiff jab. It's very good with the jab. And that's the thing with Klitschko. You get past his jab, that's great. But you had to have special skills to get past his jab. Most of the heavyweights didn't have it. And Andy Ruiz, I think Andy Ruiz might get past his jab. Andy Ruiz would get past his jab. Maybe a Jarrell Miller. That's about it. I don't think there's anybody else in boxing right now that could get past his jab like that. And you saw what he did to Anthony Joshua. And this is supposedly, an older Klitschko at the end of his career. Andy Ruiz would give Muhammad Ali hell. You bet your ass. You bet your ass. He had quick hands, man. And that jab to the pit would do its job. You bet. But Ali was something, though. Ali was something. Ruiz would have to eat some shots. Some sharp shots. Ali might figure him out. If Joseph Parker could figure him out, I think Ali might be able to figure him out. Might. Who is the best ever at heavyweight? Lennox motherfucking Lewis. That's my take. I think he's the best heavyweight ever. That's my opinion. Other people may have other people, but I have Lennox Lewis as the best ever. The greatest is Ali, but I think Lennox Lewis, he takes it at present. I mean, who hasn't Lennox Lewis beat? He beat them all. Lennox Lewis beat them all. Yeah, he lost 2 unnecessary fights, and that's on him, but he beat them motherfuckers. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Ali was dominant in his prime. He was dominant all the way through, actually. Should not have lost to Spinks. Should not have lost to him, but he lost to him, and he came back and he beat his ass. You know? Very few fighters that Lennox Lewis left the game on top. Ali did not. Ali fucked himself up. No way that Jamaican dude should have beaten his ass. Here's what it is. He can't win them all, but he shared out ass beatings. Ali beat just about everybody. Hey, in fact, he almost beat everybody. He didn't beat everybody, but he almost beat everybody. Lennox fucking Lewis, on the other hand, he whooped ass. The only guy he didn't get to beat his ass, and he probably would have beat his ass, was Riddick Bowe. Everybody wanted to see that fight. It never happened. People want to talk about, fighters today, we can't get the fights we want to see, and, that's the problem with fighters today. Throwback fighters, man, they used to fight everybody. Not really. It's not absolutely true. I'm going to bed. Got some stuff going on tomorrow. Yeah, man. It's late. It's 9:30. Yeah, man. But it's good talking with you. Good chopping it up with Intangible Boxing. By the way, you got any new videos on your channel? I need to go check out your channel. I gotta see what you got to show us, man. It's been a good day, though, for me. I've been really working hard, trying to get some music done and move around. It was a rainy day as well. But I'm glad. I'm glad you guys chopped it up with you guys. I really want to enter into some hangouts with EJ Boxing Live, with Tommy Temper, with Get the Smoke. These are good people, man. Good people. And I see some new people up in here coming through to my group. It's good too. So keep it going, man, guys. I think Muhammad Ali was a great fighter, though. No doubt about it. The greatest. The greatest. He brought so much to the sport of boxing. So much good stuff. And okay, it's cool. Yeah, he brought a lot to boxing. Hey, I got a couple gray hairs here. See, not as young as people think I am. I'm old, dude. Old fart. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Is there something else I wanted to talk about? There's something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was. If it comes to me, I'll probably do a video on it or something. Yeah, guys. Charles Martin or Seth Mitchell is TBE at heavyweight. Seth Mitchell. I haven't heard about Seth Mitchell in a long time. That's cool, too. Yes, folks. I'm out. As you can hear me yawn. That means I need to go to my bed and sleep. So I'll see you guys later, man. If I have another video, I'll just put it out. We already did the series Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I'm going to do another series with you guys, which is going to be Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. And then I'm going to come back with Canelo versus Triple G, the first fight. And I think I covered that already. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.